From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Cascade Paint and Supply is Reading's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, I just want to give you a quick reminder, if you can't head out to the Cool April Nights Cruise on Friday, I know that's a big event. People love checking out all the cars. They cruise on a portion of Reading here, right? But you can't make it, right? Or you just don't want to deal with the crowd. I'll tell you what, I got you covered here. I'm going to be out live on Hilltop Drive at the Cool April Nights Cruise between 6:30 and 7:30 p.m. Now, thanks to Banner Realty, they have allowed me to access their Wi-Fi, so I have a good, fast internet speed to upload everything and get you going with a good stream here. Now, every platform that I offer, you will be able to watch it from. So if you have a Fire Stick or Roku, someone was asking, how do I watch on Roku? Well, all you have to do is open up the Roku app and automatically the 24-hour stream starts playing. Now, if you're watching just before 6:30, what happens is I have to go into the stream and break the connection and then bring it back on. So if it kind of breaks and then it kind of takes you out of the app, kicks you out of the app, give it about 30 seconds or so, click it back on, and that stream will come back on here for you. Again, that's Fire Stick, that's Roku. Now, also, if you have an Android or iOS device, your phone, right, you can watch from the free Weather NorCal app. Just go on that 24-hour stream from there. Facebook, X, also on YouTube. By the way, if you don't have Fire Stick or Roku but still want to watch on your TV, most likely you have a smart TV and you'll be able to watch on the YouTube app. Just go to the Weather NorCal YouTube channel, and then there, of course, you can get to the live stream from there. Also, weathernorcal.com. That's always going to be there as well, right there at the top of the page. So check that out. And of course, want to thank Banner Realty for giving me access to their Wi-Fi. Let's take a look at our weather headlines. Cool and unsettled weather here, the pattern for the rest of the week. Now, the temperatures continue to drop today and even into tomorrow, with chances for showers and even some thunderstorms over the next few days as well. But it does look dry for the Cool April Nights Cruise and for the main event on Saturday and even Sunday. But not everyone will be dry on Saturday. You'll see that here in a second. Look at the high temperature. Still another mild day. We did reach the 70s for most of us in the valley, and yesterday in the 60s and 70s for the higher elevations. But there you can see upper 50s for the coast. Now, we take a look at your neighborhood outlook here for today. Yes, everyone has a chance for showers and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. But I think the thunderstorms will be better chances going into tomorrow. But one thing you will notice is we do have those temperatures cooler pretty much across the board. So what does it mean? How much rain can we expect? Well, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be a lot. Here is a look at that weak cold front that is approaching. So by about 8 o'clock this morning, we're seeing some of those light showers. Again, this is nothing significant. In fact, as the cold front moves over us, it's going to weaken and really no longer even be a thing, really. But that cool and unstable air or unsettled air is in place. So you see what happens? Here we are just a little around the noon hour here on Thursday. Here's that little boundary. You see a light shower? And here's the thing. You start seeing this, you go, oh, could these be thunderstorms? It's not out of the question, but I don't think the instability will be quite as high as it will be for tomorrow. But look how it's not very widespread. This is what we call scattered showers. So you've got to be prepared for it all, right? You could be looking at dry conditions and eventually, boom, a little shower pops up and then it dries back up again, right? So that's what we're looking at here through the day. Now, as you go into 3 p.m., you see how it kind of flares up a little bit stronger. So there could be some areas that could see a brief, heavier shower. And again, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm. But again, look at all the areas where it's not raining. Again, that's going to be the situation here throughout the day today. Then we go into 6 p.m. on Thursday. You see how the bulk of the activity is to the east, but there still is a little bit of shower activity for parts of the valley, and not to mention a very weak boundary out along the coast here later on this evening. And then, of course, we see another round come in late tonight for the northwest and a little bit of activity to the southeast, but looks like we have some clearing tonight for parts of the valley. All right, let's get you through the day today. There, of course, those temperatures upper 60s to around 70 in the valley. And of course, for the mountains, we've got 40s and 50s, or really mainly 50s and even some 60s in there for those daytime highs. Here's a quick look at your 7-day outlook, region by region. Of course, another chance for showers and thunderstorms for your Friday. Then it dries out for the weekend and even in through most of next week. Now, there is some discrepancy in the long-range forecast models as we get towards the middle and latter part of next week, which would include maybe a chance for showers, but for now I'm keeping it dry. Stick around after this 7-day outlook because we will have a deeper dive with that. All right, so there you can see some of the showers today, once again going into tomorrow, and I've included a chance on Saturday for the coast and even the inland areas, but Weaverville, Trinity County, most likely dry on Saturday. We take a look at Mount Shasta, yes. Siskiyou County, I think it's a chance for some showers. Quite honestly, maybe even Modoc County, but it's going to be borderline. And then, of course, the eastern mountains, you are looking at dry conditions on Saturday as well. And again, keeping it dry for Sunday through Wednesday, but stick around because I'm going to be talking about that in more detail. But before we get into that, let's talk about our cool April Nights events here going into today. R&R Auto and Truck Repair at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think you should be okay. However, there could be a passing shower here, especially as we get in towards the afternoon hours. WCP Solutions, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, the second half of that show and shine, maybe a stray shower. Hen House, I think there is going to be a chance for a shower, maybe even a thunderstorm here through your entire show and shine. Simpson University, 4 to 7 p.m., a chance for a shower, maybe even a thunderstorm as well. And of course, the Crown Motors, one of our big sponsors, of course, the primary sponsor of Weather NorCal. They've got their mixer with the Reading Chamber of Commerce here. That's going from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. Now, most likely it will be dry during that event, but there could be maybe, again, a stray shower, maybe toward the beginning, but getting toward the second half of it, maybe a slimmer chance. All right, let's take a look at the big picture here. You've got a storm system right here. That's the main area of low pressure. There is a cold front associated with that. That is what is all going to be moving through today, so a lot more cloud cover throughout the day today as well. So looking at Futurecast, kind of a repeat, kind of a recap of what we were just looking at a little bit earlier. There's that cold front passing through. Then we go through around the noon hour, maybe a chance for a stray shower. Then we go into about 3 p.m. Now it's to the south. You're seeing it all pushing eastward. So by the time we get into about 6 p.m., most of it's to the east, but still a chance for a few stray showers for some of us in the valley. And then we go into your Thursday at around 10 p.m. And there you can see that activity is pushing down to the south and east. Meanwhile, more rain coming in Thursday night. All right, so let's take you into your Friday. Friday, 8 a.m., you can see showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, some scattered showers there as well. Now we take you to Friday around the noon hour. You see how we just have the scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms in there, and it's not out of the question for the valley to see some of that. That's around noon on Friday. But check this out. As we go into Friday, 5 p.m., look where all of the activity is, mainly to the east and not to mention to the north. So dry, clearing skies most likely by Friday afternoon for the valley, and not to mention mainly dry conditions for the north coast, Trinity County, as well as western Siskiyou County. So cool April Nights cruise time. At this point, I mean, this is the third straight day in a row that the forecast models have been very consistent with dry conditions come cool April Nights cruise time. And not to mention Friday night and Saturday is looking dry for the main event. So here's noon on Saturday, right? Then we go into Saturday about 5 p.m. There could be some showers to the north and out towards Delnor County and northern Humboldt County as well. But I think for the most part, it should be dry in the valley. You'll just notice some of those clouds kind of moving on in. Now we take a look at the big picture here, long range, and you can see as we go into your Sunday, looks dry. So of course, as you know, or may not know, there is still a main event even on Sunday with the cool April Nights. That's when they start doing the award ceremonies and things like that. But you still have the mainly sunny skies, looks like, for your Sunday. Now Monday is also looking dry. Here's the jet stream, the flow of the winds here. So we don't have any big ridges or any big troughs of low pressure. Now, this is where the forecast models begin to diverge. This particular forecast model is fairly aggressive with this area of low pressure and a big trough of low pressure. What this would do for us, if this pans out, is that by the closer to the end of next week, not only cooler air is going to be in place, but we're also looking at the potential for some showers in there as well. However, If we were to look at the European forecast model, this is what the jet stream would be doing. We wouldn't have this trough here. We would have more mild air coming in from the south and cooler air to the north, and we wouldn't be looking at that potential for rain. But that being said, the Climate Prediction Center is putting us in that category of wetter than usual conditions here for the beginning of May. All right, so again, you've got the cooler and the showers here for today and tomorrow. But look what happens as we go into your weekend. We're going to begin to see some milder air begin to work its way northward from the south. Then that cooler air, it's really not budging a whole lot, but some mild air is moving in, and our temperatures will increase as a result through the weekend and even going into early next week. There's a look at Monday, right? Still, remember I was talking about that jet stream kind of moving from west to east. Now, again, this particular model wants to kick that milder and warmer air back down to the south and east of us, and this wants to kind of move on in, giving us that chance for showers I was talking about, and then, of course, those cooler temperatures as well. But as I mentioned, the European forecast model still has a lot of that warmer air over us, and not to mention the drier conditions as well. So for now, I'm keeping it dry in the long range, but just bear in mind that may change if you have outdoor plans, especially toward the end of next week. But until then, as we go through the weekend and through at least the middle of next week, we should be dry and mild. Cooler than normal conditions are expected also based off of the Climate Prediction Center. Here's a look at our winds here as we take you to this afternoon. They're actually kind of picking up a bit here. Now, these are forecast wind gusts, right? So it's not going to be sustained at 15 to 25 miles per hour, but what you're looking at here is brief periods of those gusty winds here through a portion of the afternoon. Now, the winds subside going into the morning hours for your Friday, but then they'll probably pick back up again going into Friday. So maybe around the cool April Nights cruise time, maybe a bit breezy, but I mentioned this yesterday. I think if most people had the choice, rain or wind for the cruise, I'm sure they would probably choose the wind, and that's probably what it's going to be. Now, we take you into your Saturday, again, looking at those calm winds out of the north, and then those winds may pick up again in the afternoon on Saturday, so maybe a bit breezy for the Cool April Nights main event, not to mention gusty winds off to the east, and of course you've got the calmer conditions off along the coast. All right, let's talk about that coastal forecast. The wave heights here for today shouldn't be all that bad, but as we see that storm system approaching Friday, those wave heights are going to start to increase. I wouldn't be surprised if by tonight or by this evening or tomorrow morning we are talking about a small craft advisory for your Friday for parts of the coast. But again, we'll have to kind of wait and see with that. But for now, nothing going on here. 510 knots. No. South winds at 10 to 15 knots is what we're looking at here. West waves about 4 feet at about 10 seconds. There's your high and your low tide. And of course, we've got that chance for showers today. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. It is cooling off. You're going to notice it today. It was a pretty nice day out there yesterday, temperature-wise, but yeah, we're going to be looking at more in the way of cloud cover, chances for showers today, and not to mention those cooler temperatures. 56 for Eureka as well as Blue Lake. That's your North Coast neighborhood forecast that we're looking at right here. 55 for Smith River, 54 degrees in McKinleyville, and there's Orleans with a temperature of about 55. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures mid to upper 50s, chance for showers off and on pretty much for today and tomorrow. Better chances for thunderstorms tomorrow, and of course that chance for showers coming into your Saturday as well. Now again, I know you may have noticed on Futurecast, even on Saturday there were some showers. Keeping it dry for now. We'll see. Going to wait for a little bit more consistency, but I think the better chances are going to be today and tomorrow, and of course those cooler temperatures. For the eastern mountains, I think you'll be dry on Saturday, but today, not so much the case. Off and on scattered showers today and tomorrow, and maybe some isolated thunderstorms. Still mild, still not a bad day, especially to the south with temperatures in the low 70s. Chances for showers, maybe some isolated thunderstorms today. Better chances for thunderstorms on your Friday, and then dry for the weekend. Looking at your valley neighborhood forecast to the north, brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Those temperatures, yeah, cooler. I think in some areas, especially the north end of the valley, may struggle to get out of the 60s this afternoon. So there's a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. Showers, maybe some thunderstorms going into your Friday. And then, of course, we've got mid-70s for Saturday, Sunday. And it warms up. Now, as I mentioned, I've got it dry through Wednesday. But as we go into the middle or even latter part of next week, Some of the long-range forecast models indicate maybe a chance for rain by then. But for now, I'm keeping it dry with a slight dip in our temperatures toward the end of next week.